welcome to another Get Fisted production, and today we'll be talking about Eternity Vault Normal Difficulty, probably one of the first operations that you will be doing. Here you'll see a list of all the bosses in Eternity Vault, and it's an interactive menu, so feel free to just click whatever boss you need to know stuff about, or just watch the video through if you just want to know about the whole place. So the first boss that you're going to encounter in Eternity Vault is Annihilation Droid XRR, and he's a fairly simple boss. All you have to do is one tank him, and apart from that he really only has two other mechanics. The first is he will kinda settle back for a second and start shooting missiles at everyone. When this happens, you need to run behind the pillars as you see happening here. The other mechanic he has is he'll say Storm Protocol activated, and he starts shooting missiles wherever people were standing. So when he says this, you'll see little red markers on the ground, and you just gotta run around to stay out of it, and make sure you don't drop it on someone else that you're running by. Other than that, that's just about it for the boss. He does some knockbacks, and everyone should run behind the pillar except, I guess, your tank can stay out for the missiles, but other than that, just rinse and repeat. And he's got a little bit of an enrage timer, but nothing to worry about too much, and collect your epics. The next boss you can see here is Gaharj? I'm not really sure, but he's just this big rock golem kind of guy. Again, fairly simple, just a little bit more complicated than the first boss. His main mechanic is that he will occasionally do a stomp on the ground, and he will cause a path of rocks to form, leading to a new platform that has suddenly risen. You need to jump across these rocks and get to the platform basically as soon as possible before the rock path disappears, because lava is bad. The other mechanics are he'll do a knockback to people in front of him and such, so just have the tank face him away and have your DPS and healer stand behind him. When he's about to do a knockback, he does a little alert to the raid. Melee left to run away or they'll get knocked back, but it's not too much to worry about. The only other mechanic you really need to watch for is at about 50%, he will start causing dogs to appear right before he makes another platform emerge. And the best way to do this is to kill the dogs as soon as possible, but as you can see here, jump on one of the rocks before attacking them, so that you are no longer taking damage from the first platform that you were on. Other than this, it's just rinse and repeat. Just keep going to the next platform when it comes up, and make sure your tank keeps aggro, and that's about it. Collect epics, and we're on to the next easy boss. So this next boss is very, very easy. If you're familiar with World of Warcraft, it's basically the chess event. So the only problem is you need to just get familiar with the concept first, and then everything falls into place. You'll need to split your raid into two teams. We're doing an 8-man, so we split it into 4 and 4. Make sure you have a tank healer on both sides, and then you will need to complete puzzles at the same time in order to open the door, and that's the boss fight. Now what you have to do is match the inside row to fit the outside row. I'll put a link in the description for a website that helps you solve the puzzle. You have a moment before where you're able to look at everything and get an idea of how you have to turn it. It's just a matter of how fast you're able to go through it without having to fight all these monsters that are popping up. So go to the link, and when you're at the boss, plug in the combination that you have, and then it'll tell you the order which you're supposed to press the two consoles to spin the middle left to right to match the outsides. And as soon as the two sides get both of theirs completed, then good job, go get your epics, and then on to the next boss. This is another very interesting and unique encounter. It's fun, but again, very easy. You've got 8 of these unique individuals floating around, and what you're gonna have to do is do a one-on-one battle with all of them. There are 2 tank types, 2 healer types, and the rest are DPS types, all based on the amount of health they have. They don't have amazing abilities or anything. It's just how you're able to assign who gets which mob. I'll skip a little bit ahead in this part of the video because honestly it's just like soloing an elite while you're leveling. It's very simple. You're not allowed to get threat on anyone else, try and help anyone else with any sort of abilities. If you do, their mob will enrage. So it is just a one-on-one fight. You'll see here when you get done, just kind of chillax, wait for everyone else to finish. The only important thing is that no one takes too long, but as long as you split up the group right, then there shouldn't be anything to worry about. This next boss is the last and final boss, SWTOR. While he may seem a little bit complicated at first, it's all just a matter of getting used to the transition phases, and then basically it's a very easy fight. So the fight is laid out within 3 phases and 2 transitions, one at 75% or around there, and another at 45%. So watch out for that percentage of health and get ready to run to the edge near the entrance from where you entered the room. It's important that you always start from this side to make sure you have a clean transition. Now, the exact way that you're going to go through the transition is going to the side before the center falls out, and then immediately jump forward. And then immediately go to your right and jump down. The important thing is that these sides are going to be falling down, and you need to go down fast enough before you get dropped and end up killing yourself. You do take fall damage, so at this point you need to remember to heal up and get ready to run backwards. This is the next one you're going on, so as soon as it falls, drop down there, and then go to the right 3 times. First down to the one, and then another, and then the last one, and then you're going to stop there and heal up again, and get ready to jump again. And then after this, you're going to do 3 more to the right, back, and then jump down to the bottom, and then you'll heal up at the bottom of the platform. It's that simple. You rinse and repeat this through the first and second transitions. Just be sure you get to the west side so you're able to actually do this the correct way. In terms of the actual fight, the phase 1 is completely spank, don't worry about it, just get ready to run to the side for the transition. Phase 2, mine traps will begin to appear. The person in the mine trap needs to kill the image of SWTOR that is there and make sure that you get him quick enough. It's that simple. People on the outside will all need to get off the boss and attack the mine trap. It's important that you focus these down. People that get targeted by a lightning ball will need to run towards it and cause it to explode instead of causing it to hit other people with lightning and explode and deal damage to other people. Other than that, make sure that when you're not on a mine trap, you're focusing on SWTOR, and then it'll go into the second transition, and then you will go into the third phase. The third phase combines everything that you've previously done, except it gets a little bit trickier. You need a tank to kite around SWTOR, around the platform, because DPS will be completely ignoring him. His shield is still up and he's not taking damage. What he needs to do is get SWTOR near one of the columns that is flying around the center of the platform. Make sure that he gets SWTOR completely under it, but the tank is not under the column itself, or else he will get killed, as you'll see I do eventually in this video. Once the column drops on top of SWTOR, his shield will go down, and everyone will need to stop what they were doing and focus on him. We want to get him down as soon as possible. After the shield goes back up, make sure that the tank just follows him around with the column, and DPS go back to DPSing mine traps and get ready for when his shield goes down again. Rinse and repeat this in the third phase, and you'll be good to go. This has been a Eternity Vault run through, and I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for a Kerriga's Palace, possibly more hard modes, and more Star Wars to come soon.